It is 11 p.m. Me recording at 11 p.m. is probably most unheard of these days because while most of my family would be asleep on the same floor right here, I am all alone this weekend. Yes! Anyway, hello there everybody and welcome back to more Pokemon Emerald. So, last time, we took care of the last of the tricks at the trick house. We briefly went over the trainer hill, and we went through the SS title, and got invited to a place called the Battle Frontier. Probably a very interesting place that we want to check out later. So today, we are heading off to Route 119 for our journeys today, because that's where our journey is going to take us next. We're going to be looking for two certain Pokemon that we've run into in the past, and we're going to encounter them today. So on the second floor of the Institute, we study weather patterns all over the Hoenn region. We've been noticing temporary and isolated cases of drought and heavy rain lately. Ooh, sounds very interesting. Well, interesting only for us Pokemon trainers and not, anyone else, because who really cares about heavy rain and droughts, am I right? I am correct. Yo, scientist dude. I track weather patterns all over the Hoenn region. Presently, a drought has been recorded on Route 115. Could that mean somewhere near Route 115? Could that mean something? I don't know, but it's something to us. Alright, so let's head off to Route 115. And as you can plainly see, the sun is shining very, very brightly. And no other people care. Of course no other people would care, because they're NPCs. They're not supposed to care. They're only supposed to care about what dialogue they have chosen to them. Because that's how they do. Because that is how they do. Alright, so going up of Route 115, we can't actually, find the place where we're supposed to go to, because that is already a cave already. However, if we just go just a bit further up north, we can see that there is a hole in the wall that was previously not there. So let's head into that place, shall we? This is the Terra cave. There are no wild Pokemon in here, but there is one that we can encounter here. Now, my best advice for you for these next battles up ahead, bring a Pokemon that can change the weather. Just saying. Because that guy right there can very easily do that. And of course, just like any of these special encounters, you want to save your game. Groudon, the Pokemon that created the land. So Groudon is a very physically able Pokemon. Its ability of drought can very easily bring a never-ending sunshine to the battlefield. However, this is easily remedied because I have Rain Dance. Haha! Haha! You can't do shit. You can't use that Solar Beam combo. When fighting it, it's at level 70, it's ground type. I know for a fact that it has Solar Beam, Rest, Fissure, and then something else. I forget which one. But I wanted to quickly change that whole thing about, the fact that it can bring out Never-Ending Sun with Rain Dance. Because, as we all know, Never-Ending Sun is really never-ending unless, of course, I bring about an end of it, of course. Now, for Groudon here, it is, well, a common misconception is that, many people would like to think that Groudon is part fire type as well as ground type. That's actually very wrong. It is just pure ground type. What you're speaking of is its primal form in the remakes, which is just basically a fancy term for Mega Evolution. Alright, so really the only thing that you want to be worrying about here is the fact that Groudon can use Fissure, which is a ground type one-hit KO move. Very fortunately, flying types will not be affected by this whatsoever. However, it's still very worth noting that you want to be very, very careful here when dealing with Groudon here. Now, I have a story with this guy. I might have told it before, but I'll just reiterate again. Pokemon Ruby Let's Play. 2 hours. Video got corrupted. Second attempt. Took faster. I'm gonna take my revenge on this guy in the only way that I possibly can. Throw Pokeballs at this thing. I'm gonna catch this guy in a stupid Pokeball if it absolutely kills me. Oh, and also, this happened before, but in practice, it actually caught on the second Pokeball. So hopefully this will happen again. Apparently it doesn't. Honestly, when compared to the two, like Groudon and Kyogre, I honestly prefer Groudon a lot more. Like, I don't know, like, I guess this is true for everybody, but, you know, I always pick the first version, like, when it comes to, you know, Pokemon Gold and Silver, Ruby and Sapphire, Diamond and Pearl. I always pick the one that goes first. Like, I picked red and blue, I picked red. Gold and Silver, I picked gold. Ruby and Sapphire, I picked Ruby, and you basically know the drill. Well, obviously not until, like, Pokemon Black and White 2! Ah! Obviously not until, like, Black and White 2 that I go for the opposite one. Like, I pick White 2, Pokemon Black and White 2, White 2, X and Y, I pick Pokemon White because, you know, it felt it was cooler. You know, all that stuff. But that's not really the big issue here. The big issue here is obviously the Groudon. And, of course, I don't really want to kill it. So, it's time to chuck them balls, rather stupidly, because, well, that's just what I do here. I chuck Pokeballs at things, because that's what Pokemon trainers do. And I will catch this thing in a stupid Pokeball. I will... This is going to be my revenge for the 2 hours you put me through years ago. Catch it in a stupid Pokeball. So, will I probably catch it? I don't know. But I'm going to try anyway. So, in comes the time in which I catch this thing in a ball, I guess. Ow. Ow. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Oh! I caught Groudon in Premier Ball! Holy crap! Yes! Revenge! Okay. Alright, so Groudon, the continent Pokemon. Groudon has appeared in mythology as the creator of the land. It sleeps in magma underground and is said to make volcanoes erupt on awakening. Oh my god. A Premier Ball. I honestly didn't think that would work, but holy crap, that actually worked. Yes. Stupid Pokeballs work out for me in the end, I swear to god. But yeah, we now caught 2 of the super ancient Pokemon. And also this effect is really bad. Yeah, just a fade out transition along with a pop in transition. That's very, very neat. Very neat. Alright, so let's head back to the Weather Institute to find out some more weather. Hello, Purgizer! Presently, heavy rainfall has been recorded on Route 129. Could that mean somewhere near Route 129? It could mean that, you know, something is going on, so... off to that route, I suppose. Alright, Route 129. There's going to be a lot of rainfall here. And over here is going to be a dive spot. So, it would be pretty obvious that, you know, you would use dive at a place. Something I should probably mention is that, you know, these places that, you know, Groudon and, you know, obviously we're going to find the other one. You know, Kyogre would appear. Yeah, I know, I just spoiled it, but it isn't really a spoiler if it's obvious that we're going to be finding one of these. If the pattern of Groudon and the other one are going to be any indication. The Terra Cave and Marine Cave and places are going to be randomly generated throughout every playthrough. So you might find one on Route 129, or possibly one of the other water routes. So, you know, every possible one of them is going to be in the on screen right now. So, yeah. Now, unfortunately, I don't really have any sort of battle plan when it comes to, you know, Kyogre, because oh, wait. Could I actually? Well, Skipper and Urza are able to learn it, but I really don't want, like, Skipper to have it. But you know what? Yeah. Urza has been subject to a lot of things lately. Like, I had to get rid of Blizzard temporarily so that I can use, you know, Dive. So I do have plenty of heart scales, though, so I could just reteach, you know, moves throughout heart scales anyway. So these movesets will be reverted by the end of this anyway. So for the time being, I'm going to get rid of Slash for Hail, because that's basically my only other, like, weather thing that I have. So, yeah. Plus, you know, Bork having Rain Dance probably might not help it much. So, yeah. Anyway, as always, save, and then you can encounter the guy. You can encounter the dude. Kyogre, the Pokemon that created the oceans and seas. Kyogre is basically the special counterpart to Groudon in that it has more special attack and special defense rather than, you know, physical traits. Plus, it has a lot more HP than Groudon, so yeah, it can actually work out pretty well in your favors if you know how to use Kyogre very well. Its ability of Drizzle can unleash a never-ending rain upon the battlefield, meaning that, you know, unless you use another weather effect, then you're probably not going to very easily get, you know, Kyogre, you know, not powered up. Or nerfed. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Basically, Kyogre, just watch out for its Drizzle, because it comes equipped with, unfortunately, Sheer Cold, as well as Hydro Pump, Double Edge, and, you know, some other move that I'm forgetting off the top of my head. You idiot. You can't use TMs in battle. What are you, stupid? Either way, I'm just basically counting. Oh yeah, rest. Yeah, that's its other move. But yeah, I'm just basically counting on, like, Urza to change the weather to hail, because I really want this rain to get off my back, because that Hydro Pump, when powered up with the rain, is going to be deadly. Believe you me, it is going to be deadly. So I would actually argue that Kyogre is probably the more deadly to deal with the two, because I remember in my practice that I had a lot of trouble when dealing with Kyogre. So, yeah. And yes, you do actually have the ability to get both Groudon and Kyogre in this game. Unlike in Ruby and Sapphire, where you're kind of forced to not encounter your other version's legendary, so that's a bit of a thing. But, you know, it's understandable. It's fair that you don't get to use the other version's legendary. I mean, why not, the heck? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to use Mud Slap on this thing. Or, yeah, on this thing. Because, well, that will lower the accuracy by a lot. Or at least by one stage. So, with that all in mind, not only will it do just a little bit of damage, even if it can recover off rest, it won't recover the fact that its accuracy will be lowered. So, prepare to see most of Kyogre's moves miss. So, just saying. Especially with that Sheer Cold, because I've been hit with that Sheer Cold from Kyogre more times than I can count. So, yeah, just beware of that fact. Oh, and also, I gotta say this. You know, this track that we're hearing right now might be really cool to hear, you know. It all has to deal with, you know, the Groudon and Kyogre theme which honestly, it fits Groudon a little bit more in my opinion. But the remix that they give for Groudon and Kyogre when you fight them is absolutely amazing. Like, it incorporates the GBA sound font too, so yeah, it's actually very, very incredible. As for this theme in another use, Rayquaza actually does have sort of a remastered version of this theme. So it gets a more traditional remix, in a sense, for Rayquaza at least. Or Rayquaza, whatever. I keep pronouncing things wrong, I know. I think basically like Groudon, I'm gonna catch this thing in a stupid Pokeball because I just had this inkling feeling that this could work. But I want to actually have this thing in a rather fitting Pokeball rather than a Premier Ball because, well, you know, obviously we're catching this thing in the ocean. And obviously, dive balls don't work. So there you go. I don't have that much in the way of dive balls, but hey, it can't be hurt to hurl all of them. I guess. It would be fitting, though. But unfortunately, I don't think Kyogre has the same feeling. Of course not. Also, if you do somehow accidentally knock out Kyogre, you're gonna have to see that whole transition where it's like, I have an angry face. Yeah, seriously, look at its transition. It looks like it has an angry face at it. Like, seriously, it's just like, I'm staring at you. I am mad at you for some reason. It's so mean. But actually, I'm amazed that Kyogre can outspeed Urza here, I swear to God. So now if this thing can use Rest, hopefully, then I can start cutting away and chucking the Pokeballs at it. Or at least die balls. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I don't want to hurt this thing like too much. That will be what Struggle is for. And trust me, when I did this thing in practice, it got to the point where it couldn't even hit me with Struggle because I used so many Mud Slaps on it. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But either way, now it's the time to chuck them Pokeballs, so this could take a while. So if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna just go ahead and do all that while, you know, Kyogre just basically continues to sleep. And then some. Jesus Christ, Timer Ball, you don't even shake once. Or you shook once, but it doesn't count. It doesn't count if you taken so many turns that you could charge up and that way you could die. I don't know. I don't know. I'm dumb. Oh! And also, oh, I have to weaken it again. Oh. Hey, there we go. There we go. Hey. Yep. It was more amazing when I caught Groudon in the Premier Ball, but Kyogre in the regular Pokeball I can deal with. Kyogre has appeared in mythology as the creator of the sea. After long years of feuding with Groudon, it took to sleep at the bottom of the sea. Where there was an old man, apparently, at the bottom of the sea. Also, raise your hand if you thought that Kyogre's pronunciation was Kyogre. Congratulations, you were as smart as I was. But either way, the massive downpour has stopped. And now, everything's alright with the weather once again. Except for the fact that it's still raining. What? Yeah, except for the fact that it's still raining, apparently, because, you know, it's fun. Actually, it stopped raining during that menu transition. That's pretty weird. That's actually insane, but, you know. It's something. But either way, that will about do it. We have hunted down and, you know, captured the two other super ancient Pokemon. Now we have basically what is called the Weather Trio and in our boxes. We have Rayquaza, the main Pokemon of Emerald, Kyogre, the main Pokemon of Sapphire, And Groudon, the main Pokemon of, oh snap, I caught you in a Premier Ball. Holy shit. I can't believe that happened, man. Like, seriously. Seriously, man. I should never ever doubt the power of regular Pokeballs ever again. I guess finally the game has decided to take pity on me and decided to, hey, why don't we give this guy a chance? Come on. And, you know, I just sort of did it. Would have thunk, right? I am correct. Alright, so with that, we are done. Next time on Pokemon Emerald, it's going to be a hefty one because we are heading off to the Battle Frontier next. Oh boy. And we have a whole lot of ground to cover. So it's probably going to be like a 2-part video. Why? Well, you'll see when we get there. So, I will indeed see you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.